All over America, women are quietly building billion-dollar empires, often out of the public eye. From gas stations to healthcare software, from building supplies to IT solutions, these are the self-made powerhouses redefining what it means to succeed in the United States. Stick around till the end, because the woman at number 1 will absolutely blow your mind. 10. Johnelle Hunt. Let's start with a story that proves patience and persistence can build a legacy bigger than most could imagine. In the heart of Arkansas, a woman named Johnelle Hunt quietly helped steer one of the largest trucking empires in America, and her journey began in the early 1930s. Born around 1932, she grew up in modest surroundings, learning the value of hard work and determination long before she would ever step into a boardroom. By 1969, Johnelle co-founded J.B. Hunt in Lowell, Arkansas, alongside her husband Johnny. At the time, the trucking industry was a rough and competitive space, dominated by established players and giant logistics companies. But with a keen eye for opportunity and a knack for operational excellence, Johnelle and her husband turned a small, ambitious venture into a powerhouse that would eventually span the entire country. The growth of J.B. Hunt was nothing short of remarkable. From a handful of trucks and a small team, the company expanded into a national logistics giant. By 1983, it had gone public, giving it the capital to scale operations rapidly. Today, J.B. Hunt employs 30,000 people, operates 28,000 tractors, and generates $12.5 billion in annual revenue. Every shipment moving across the U.S. highways carries a piece of Johnelle's vision, reflecting decades of strategic leadership and a commitment to excellence. Johnelle's role became even more significant after Johnny passed in 2006. She assumed the position of board chair, guiding the company with the steady hand and sharp insight that had defined her career. Despite the challenges of navigating an industry in constant flux, she maintained focus on growth, efficiency, and innovation, ensuring that the company remained a dominant force in logistics. Beyond business, Johnelle has quietly invested in the communities that shaped her. She has focused much of her philanthropy on education in Northwest Arkansas, helping create opportunities for the next generation of leaders. Her contributions have strengthened schools, funded scholarships, and supported local initiatives, proving that success isn't just measured in revenue, but in impact. From small-town beginnings to commanding a multi-billion-dollar empire, Johnelle Hunt exemplifies the power of determination, resilience, and quiet influence. She has built a legacy that moves America, one shipment at a time. And now, from the highways of Arkansas, we move into a world where technology and networking redefine influence. Our next rich woman has reshaped how information flows across the globe. 9. Jayshree Ullal. Now, if you've ever streamed a movie, browsed a cloud service, or sent a business email that reached across the country in milliseconds, chances are you've interacted with a network built by Jayshree Ullal, one of America's most influential tech leaders. Born in India, she immigrated to the United States and quickly immersed herself in the heart of Silicon Valley, where ambition meets innovation. Her journey took a defining turn in 2008 when she became CEO of Arista Networks, based in Santa Clara, California. At the time, cloud networking was still in its infancy, and the industry was dominated by giants. Yet under her leadership, Arista carved a space for itself with ultra-fast, reliable, and scalable networking solutions. Ullal's vision transformed a fledgling company into a tech powerhouse, serving clients that range from global data centers to enterprise giants, and shaping the backbone of modern cloud computing. By 2024, Arista Networks generated $7 billion in revenue, and its market capitalization had soared past $100 billion by 2025. Every data packet coursing through cloud networks carries her fingerprint, a testament to decades of strategic thinking and relentless drive. Her success was not built on luck, but on a deep understanding of technology trends and a commitment to innovation. She anticipated the explosion of cloud computing and positioned Arista to capture the market before competitors even recognized the opportunity. Beyond numbers and tech specs, Ullal has been a quiet yet powerful advocate for women in STEM. Through mentorship and philanthropy, she has opened doors for countless young women to pursue careers in engineering and technology, challenging a landscape that has long been male-dominated. She proves that influence in Silicon Valley is not measured by titles alone, but by the impact on both technology and community. Ullal's story is one of foresight, precision, and a refusal to settle for the ordinary. She didn't just join the tech revolution, she shaped it, quietly redefining the rules and proving that leadership can be both subtle and transformative. From the fast-paced world of cloud computing, we now turn to a billionaire whose impact spreads across roads, vehicles, and communities, shaping how America moves and connects on the ground. 8. Gail Miller. In Utah, the story of Gail Miller is one of resilience, vision, and a knack for turning opportunity into lasting impact. Born around 1943, she grew up in a state defined by community and hard work, lessons that would later shape her approach to business. Her path to becoming one of America's richest self-made women began with her partnership with Larry H. Miller, whom she married in 1966. Together, they built a business empire that spanned car dealerships, sports teams, and real estate. Gail stepped into the heart of the Larry H. Miller Group during the 1970s, learning the ropes of automotive sales, management, and strategic expansion. When Larry passed in 2009, she took the reins, assuming control of the Salt Lake City-based operations. Under her leadership, the company not only maintained its 100-plus dealerships across multiple states, but also successfully managed and eventually sold the Utah Jazz in 2020 for $1.7 billion. Her decisions reflected a clear understanding of timing, market trends, and long-term value, skills honed through decades of hands-on experience. By 2025, the Larry H. Miller Group had solidified its reputation as a diversified powerhouse, spanning automotive sales, sports, entertainment, and real estate. Every dealership, arena, and property under the group carries Gail's fingerprints, which was a mix of careful stewardship and bold moves that ensure the company thrives in an ever-changing market. Her approach proves that leadership is not just about owning assets, but about nurturing growth, sustaining legacy, and balancing risk with vision. But Gail's influence extends far beyond boardrooms and balance sheets. Through the Miller Family Foundation, she has directed more than $100 million to community projects, educational programs, and local initiatives throughout Utah. Her philanthropic strategy mirrors her business philosophy: focused, deliberate, and impactful. Schools, scholarships, and community centers benefit from her commitment to lifting the next generation, ensuring that her success creates opportunities for others to thrive. Gail Miller's story is a testament to the power of determination, adaptability, and quiet leadership. From car lots to sports arenas, she has shaped industries and communities alike, proving that wealth and influence are best measured by their lasting effects. And now, from a woman who moved a state with cars and courts, we shift to another whose creations feed millions every day, an empire where fruits, water, and flowers meet ambition and scale. 7. Linda Resnick. Let's take a moment to celebrate a woman whose vision stretches across orchards, bottling plants, and floral markets. Linda Resnick didn't inherit her fortune. She built it from the ground up, literally, cultivating an empire that touches what millions of people eat, drink, and even send as gifts. Born in 1943 in New York, she eventually moved to California, where her entrepreneurial instincts found fertile ground. Her journey took a major leap in 2002 when she acquired Palm Wonderful, a pomegranate juice company that many saw as a niche product. Linda's knack for branding and marketing transformed it into a household name, capturing the attention of health-conscious consumers nationwide. But she didn't stop there. She also took control of Fiji Water and Teleflora, turning them into global brands with massive reach. By 2025, her company, Wonderful Company, generates an estimated $5 billion in revenue and operates over 180,000 acres of farms, growing everything from mandarins to pomegranates with the same meticulous care she applies to her business strategy. Resnick's empire is built on timing, innovation, and scale. In the 2010s, the launch of Halo's mandarins became a phenomenon, capturing snack aisles across the United States and redefining how consumers think about healthy snacking. Each brand she touches receives her signature approach, a mix of sharp marketing, operational excellence, and relentless attention to detail. It's this combination that has allowed her to turn relatively small agricultural products into a diversified multi-billion-dollar enterprise. Beyond business, Linda Resnick is known for her thoughtful approach to giving back. She has donated more than $50 million to education and water projects, both domestically and internationally. Her philanthropy mirrors her business philosophy: strategic, targeted, and impactful, focusing on areas where she can make a measurable difference. Linda's story proves that self-made wealth doesn't always roar. Sometimes it grows quietly, like an orchard nurtured into a global brand. She has built an empire that feeds millions, quenches their thirst, and even brightens their celebrations with flowers, all while maintaining an almost invisible personal profile. From orchards and bottled water, we now move to another powerhouse who built her fortune through shipping and a catalog business that touches every warehouse and office across America, all the way from the quiet city of Illinois. 6. Elizabeth Uihlein. If there's one woman whose influence quietly stretches into every warehouse, office, and shipping lane across America, it's Elizabeth Uihlein. Born around 1946, she didn't rely on inheritance to build her fortune. Though she married into wealth through Richard Uihlein, heir to the Schlitz beer fortune, Elizabeth carved out her own path, co-founding Uline in 1980 in Waukegan, Illinois, and turning it into a shipping and packaging powerhouse. The story of Uline is a masterclass in spotting opportunity and scaling strategically. What started as a catalog business selling a modest selection of industrial supplies grew into a nationwide empire. By 2025, Uline operates over 900 locations, employs 12,000 people, and generates $8 billion in revenue. Every cardboard box, pallet jack, and warehouse shelf stocked with their products reflects Elizabeth's meticulous vision. She built a company that quietly powers thousands of other businesses, proving that influence doesn't always come from flashy products or celebrity branding. Sometimes it comes from making commerce run smoothly. Elizabeth's approach is both hands-on and fiercely strategic. She guided Uline through decades of economic ups and downs, technological shifts, and e-commerce disruption. The 2000s saw a major pivot to online ordering, positioning the company ahead of competitors and ensuring that the business continued to grow without losing the personal touch that made its catalog model legendary. Clients from small businesses to multinational corporations rely on Uline for everything from packaging materials to industrial equipment, making Elizabeth's reach nearly invisible but unmistakably powerful. Beyond business, she has made her mark through philanthropy and advocacy, particularly in conservative causes. While not always in the public eye, her contributions shape communities and political discourse, reflecting a belief that influence extends beyond the boardroom. Elizabeth Uline's story is a reminder that building an empire often starts with seeing what others overlook. Through hard work, strategic thinking, and a relentless drive to scale, she turned a simple shipping catalog into an $8 billion enterprise that keeps the country's commerce moving every day. From the quiet power of packaging and logistics, we're tilting the spotlight on a woman whose creations feed millions and hydrate countless households, and even brighten celebrations with flowers. 5. Marian Ilitch. Every time someone bites into a slice of pizza or walks past a neon Little Caesars sign, they are encountering the quiet yet monumental influence of Marian Ilitch. Born in 1933 in Detroit, Michigan, Marian grew up during a time of hard work and resilience, lessons she carried into her partnership with Mike Ilitch, whom she married in 1955. Together, they dreamed not just of running a restaurant, but of creating an enterprise that could touch communities, inspire loyalty, and last generations. That dream began in 1959 with the opening of the first Little Caesars location in Detroit, a modest pizzeria with a big vision. Marian's brilliance lay in her ability to scale methodically while keeping quality and consistency intact. Little Caesars expanded aggressively through franchising, growing to over 4,000 locations by 2025 and generating more than $6 billion in annual sales. But pizza was just the beginning. Marian and Mike also acquired stakes in Detroit's professional sports teams, including the Red Wings and the Pistons, integrating their brand into the cultural fabric of the city. In 2017, the Red Wings' valuation alone increased Marian's fortune by $2.3 billion, a clear sign that her influence extended far beyond ovens and cash registers. When Mike passed away in 2019, Marian stepped into full control of Ilitch Holdings, overseeing a sprawling network of businesses in food, sports, real estate, and entertainment with the same disciplined focus that had guided her from the very first pizza slice. Her approach combined vision, timing, and an unwavering attention to detail. Each new franchise, strategic acquisition, and operational adjustment reflected her careful planning and long-term thinking. Through Little Caesars, she reached millions daily, from families grabbing a quick meal to fans entering arenas her company partially owned. Her work created jobs, revitalized neighborhoods, and demonstrated how one woman's leadership could shape an entire city's culture and economy. Philanthropy has been equally central to her story. Marian has contributed more than $70 million to Detroit revitalization, funding schools, community programs, and urban development projects. Her generosity ensures that her business legacy is matched by a social one, with tangible impacts on the city that nurtured her ambitions. From a single pizza shop in Detroit to a multi-billion-dollar empire spanning food, sports, and real estate, Marian Ilitch's story proves that ambition, vision, and careful execution can create a legacy that lasts generations. And now, from pizza ovens and hockey arenas, we move to a woman whose empire flows through orchards, water bottles, and bouquets, transforming everyday consumption into a multi-billion-dollar lifestyle brand. 4. Ty Lee. In Texas, Ty Lee's story is one of ambition, intellect, and a relentless drive to transform the IT landscape. Born in South Korea, she immigrated to the United States and quickly made her mark in the world of technology. Armed with a Harvard A.B. in 1982 and a Stanford MBA, she combined rigorous academic training with an entrepreneurial spirit that would define her career. Her big break came in 1989 when she joined her family's business in Piscataway, New Jersey. Over the next decade, she honed her skills, learning the intricacies of IT distribution, corporate strategy, and client management. By the early 2000s, Ty had assumed the role of CEO at SHI International, transforming what was a regional IT services company into a global powerhouse. Today, SHI boasts $14 billion in revenue, employs 6,000 people, and counts major clients like Boeing among its portfolio. Every software license, server, and cloud solution flowing through SHI bears her strategic vision. What makes Ty's journey extraordinary is her ability to scale without losing precision. In the 2010s, she cemented SHI's reputation as one of the largest woman-owned businesses in the United States, with sales reaching $11 billion by 2022. Her leadership is both analytical and bold, combining operational rigor with a willingness to seize opportunities in government contracts and corporate partnerships. Under her guidance, SHI expanded from IT hardware into comprehensive solutions, including software management, cloud integration, and cybersecurity, positioning the company as an essential partner for businesses navigating digital transformation. Despite her towering success, Ty remains remarkably understated. She quietly mentors women in tech, funding initiatives that empower the next generation of innovators. Her influence extends beyond SHI's balance sheet. She is shaping an industry while breaking barriers in a field long dominated by men. Her impact is measured not in headlines, but in contracts signed, systems deployed, and careers launched under her guidance. Ty Lee's story is a testament to vision, persistence, and the quiet power of strategy. She didn't just join the IT revolution, she led it, quietly yet decisively, reshaping how American companies manage technology every single day. From digital networks that connect millions to tech systems, our next billionaire's influence extends into the very privacy of our medical information. 3. Judy Faulkner. If you've ever visited a major hospital, scheduled a doctor's appointment online, or had your medical records securely stored in a digital system, there's a very good chance you've been touched by the work of Judy Faulkner, the quiet force behind Epic Systems. Born in 1943 in Moore, New Jersey, Judy pursued a bachelor's in mathematics at Dickinson College, graduating in 1965, before earning a master's in computer science from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Her academic path laid the foundation for a career that would transform healthcare technology forever. In 1979, Judy started Epic Systems in the basement of her home in Verona, Wisconsin. Unlike many Silicon Valley startups, Epic was built with no outside funding. She retained 47% ownership and focused on creating software that could manage the complexity of hospital records, patient care, and administrative data with precision and reliability. By 2024, Epic served over 250 million patients, employed 12,000 people, and generated $4.6 billion in revenue, making it one of the most influential healthcare software companies in the world. Judy's genius is in her vision and persistence. In the 1990s, she secured contracts with major hospital systems, navigating an industry wary of new technology. When Y2K approached, Epic's systems were among the few to transition smoothly, cementing the company's reputation for reliability. Throughout the 2000s and into the 2020s, Epic expanded into AI-driven tools, predictive analytics, and cloud-based solutions, keeping hospitals and clinics on the cutting edge while ensuring patient privacy remained paramount. Despite her immense influence, Judy remains famously private. She has never sought the limelight, preferring to let her company's products speak for themselves. Yet her philanthropic contributions are notable. She has donated over $100 million to the University of Wisconsin and supports initiatives focused on privacy and security in health technology. Her quiet leadership style demonstrates that influence does not need fanfare. Sometimes it is measured by the systems that run uninterrupted, the hospitals that operate efficiently, and the millions of patients whose lives are touched daily. Judy Faulkner's story is a reminder that technology can quietly shape society in profound ways. She built an empire where precision, reliability, and long-term vision are paramount, ensuring that healthcare professionals have the tools they need and patients have the protection they deserve. From managing patient data to overseeing the backbone of hospitals, our next billionaire built an empire that fuels the country's roads, trucks, and every mile in between. 2. Judy Love. If you've ever stopped at a gas station in the middle of a cross-country road trip, grabbed a coffee, or refueled before a long haul, then one way or the other, there's a strong chance you've encountered the empire built by Judy Love and her family. Born around 1938 in Oklahoma, Judy grew up with a grounded, family-oriented Midwestern upbringing, where hard work and persistence were values instilled early. Those principles would later become the cornerstone of one of America's most successful self-made fortunes. In 1964, Judy and her husband Bill opened a single gas station in Watonga, Oklahoma. It was modest, but the couple had a vision that went far beyond pumps and convenience store shelves. Over the next 6 decades, the business evolved into Love's Travel Stops, a nationwide chain with more than 600 locations across 42 states by 2025 and an estimated $25 billion in revenue in 2024. Each location became more than just a place to refuel. It became a hub offering restaurants, truck services, and even EV charging stations, a forward-thinking approach that ensured the brand stayed relevant through decades of change. The Love family's expansion wasn't accidental. In 1972, they moved the headquarters to Oklahoma City, positioning the business for rapid growth. The 1980s and 1990s saw strategic acquisitions and partnerships that diversified offerings and strengthened brand loyalty. Even after Bill's death in 2022, the family maintained tight control of operations, ensuring that the company's culture, efficiency, and innovation remained intact. Today, the brand is recognized not just for convenience, but for reliability, safety, and consistent customer experience, making it a staple for travelers and truckers nationwide. And Judy's approach to business mirrors her philanthropic work. The Love Family Foundation supports education and health initiatives throughout Oklahoma, funding programs that impact schools, hospitals, and community organizations. Her leadership demonstrates that building wealth and giving back can go hand in hand, leaving an enduring mark on both industry and community. Judy Love's story is one of vision, grit, and multi-generational dedication. She took a single gas station and transformed it into a sprawling empire that keeps America moving, literally fueling the country's highways and commerce every day. Her influence is felt quietly yet powerfully in every mile traveled, every truckload delivered, and every road trip taken. And finally, from highways and truck stops, we now turn to a woman whose empire quietly shaped the skylines of Wisconsin and beyond. 1. Diane Hendricks. Diane Hendricks' journey from a dairy farm in Platteville, Wisconsin to the pinnacle of American business is a story of grit, vision, and relentless determination. Born in 1946 and raised on a farm near Beloit, Diane learned the value of hard work long before she ever entered the corporate world. She never attended college, but she did spend her early years selling custom homes in Beloit after high school, honing the skills that would later make her one of the most formidable self-made women in the United States. In 1982, Diane co-founded ABC Supply with her husband Ken Hendricks, acquiring 3 locations from Bird & Sons Incorporated during a recession. What began as a modest building supply business quickly evolved into an empire, expanding to more than 970 locations across the US and Canada by 2025. Revenue skyrocketed from $4.8 billion in 2015 to $20.7 billion in 2024, employing over 20,000 people nationwide. Diane's ability to anticipate market trends and execute acquisitions with precision fueled the company's growth, including the purchase of Bradco Supply in 2010, which added 128 locations, and L&W Supply in 2016, which brought in drywall and steel operations with 136 new locations. The turning point came in 2007 after Ken's sudden death, when Diane assumed sole ownership. Many expected the business to struggle, but she turned the challenge into an opportunity, steering ABC Supply to unprecedented heights and solidifying her status atop Forbes' Self-Made Women list for the 8th time in 2025. Her strategic approach to expansion, emphasis on customer service, and meticulous attention to operational detail have made ABC Supply a cornerstone of the construction industry. Beyond her business acumen, Diane has invested heavily in her community. She has contributed millions to rebuilding Beloit city blocks and serves on the board of Homes for Our Troops, supporting veterans across the country. Her philanthropy reflects the same deliberate, impactful approach she applies to business: measurable, strategic, and designed to create lasting change. Diane Hendricks is more than just a billionaire. She is a blueprint for self-made success. From selling homes in Beloit to controlling one of the largest building supply companies in North America, her story exemplifies how vision, resilience, and unyielding work ethic can transform opportunity into empire. Every building erected, every project completed, and every job created bears her mark, leaving a legacy that extends far beyond ABC Supply. And there you have it, the 10 richest women from America. Which one of these females fascinated you the most? Let us know in the comments. And for more such peeks into the lives of the rich, take a look at our channel.